My brother stole my inheritance by forging Dad's signature, so I sent him the security footage from the lawyer's office. The whole thing started 6 months after Dad died. Cancer took him fast, 3 weeks from diagnosis to funeral. He'd updated his will 2 days before he passed, splitting everything equally between me and my brother. 50-50, fair and simple, except that's not what happened. At the reading, the lawyer laid out a different version. My brother got the house, Dad's entire investment portfolio, and the vacation property in Colorado. I got $10,000 in Dad's book collection. This doesn't make sense, I said. Dad promised we'd split everything. My brother looked somber. He changed his mind those last few days, said I'd been there for him more. The lawyer shifted uncomfortably. The will was updated and properly witnessed. I'm sorry, I wanted to argue, but grief makes you doubt everything. Maybe Dad had been angry about something I'd done. Maybe the morphine made him bitter. I signed and left. For 3 months, I tried to make peace with it. My brother sold the house immediately and moved into a penthouse downtown. Meanwhile, I was working double shifts at the hospital, barely covering rent. Then Mom called. She'd been going through Dad's papers and found his journal. The final entry, dated the day he updated his will, was clear. Made sure both kids are taken care of. Equal shares. Something was wrong. I started digging. Called the witnesses listed on the will. Both said they'd never been to the lawyer's office that day. One was out of state. The other was in surgery. The signature looked perfect, though. I almost gave up, until I remembered something. 2 years ago, Dad had installed security cameras in his home office after a break-in. The footage backed up automatically to a cloud server I'd helped him set up. I still had the login. I found it immediately. My brother sitting at Dad's desk 3 days after the funeral. The timestamp showed 2:47 a.m. He was practicing Dad's signature over and over. Then he pulled out the original will and a fresh document. I watched him forge every signature with meticulous care. The video showed him taking photos of the forgery and texting someone. 30 minutes later, his girlfriend arrived. They both signed as witnesses. I downloaded everything and sat with it for a week. Part of me wanted to pretend I'd never seen it. The family would explode. Holidays would be ruined forever. But then my landlord raised my rent, and I calculated I'd need to work an extra year before I could afford the nursing certification I'd been planning. Meanwhile, my brother posted photos from Cabo. I made copies and sent one to my brother. You have 48 hours to make this right. He called immediately. You can't prove anything. The timestamp shows Dad was already in the hospital when you forged this. Your girlfriend signed as a witness. That's felony fraud. You wouldn't destroy the family over money. You already did that. I'm just correcting it. 24 hours later, his lawyer called mine with a settlement offer. 40% of everything. I said no. They came back with 60-40, his favor. I said no. What do you want? The original 50-50 Dad intended, plus interest, plus my legal fees. That's ridiculous. So is forging a dying man's signature. We went back and forth for 3 days. Finally, they agreed with one addition. I couldn't show the video to anyone else. I almost took it. Then Mom called crying. My brother had told her I was trying to extort him, that I'd fabricated evidence because I was jealous. He'd convinced her I was having a breakdown from grief. That's when I realized this wasn't about money anymore. I uploaded the security footage to a private YouTube link and sent it to every family member. Not with accusations, just in case anyone wants to know what really happened. Within an hour, my phone was exploding. My brother's lawyer was threatening lawsuits. My aunt was screaming about family loyalty. Mom wasn't answering. But then I got a text from Dad's brother. Your dad would be proud. I've been waiting years for someone to stand up to him. Turns out this wasn't my brother's first time. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.